Hello, welcome back. Sorry for this weird lighting, but my lighting is clearly in front of me on what I am going to be showing you. So it looks kind of funny like this, but I wanted to at least pop on and show you my face to say hello. Welcome to today's video. We are going to be switching out my fall makeup basket for a winter holiday one. So the kind of the end of the fall, early winter months where we are gonna be celebrating the holidays. So I'm gonna flip you down so you can see what I had in my basket from the fall. We're gonna go through it, kind of chat about different things, decide what I'm keeping in the basket, and then add some new things. So let's move you down. Okay, so welcome to my vanity right here. We're gonna start right here. Uh-oh, let's lay these down here for a second. Okay, so first is this little tray that I keep here, and we have the two mascaras that I'm currently working through, two eye bases. Okay, so this is the Dime Volume Mascara. I guess I should tell you what everything is, huh? The Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Eye Primer that I feel like I have been trying to get through forever. Honestly, it probably needs to be thrown out at this point. The MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I have a powder puff, a beauty blender, and my lash curler in here. I will link all of these things. Don't worry. So any tools, whatever, will be linked below. And then I have three loose shadows. So this is Makeup Geek, Hocus Pocus. Didn't use that this month. Definitely going back. The L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Amber Rush. She's pretty. Used it once, I think. I really like it. And then the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Smoldering Plum. Also used this once. But those are going to be going back. And we're going to be choosing new things. My four eyeshadow palettes that I will be replacing. Saga of Freya eyeshadow palette. This is probably the palette that I used the most. Really beautiful palette. I really like it. I just wanted to get some use out of it because I felt like I hadn't used it in a long time. So yeah, I always pull this Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters palette out for, I'm gonna say the holidays, for Halloween. It is a holiday, but I actually created the look that I'm wearing right now using this palette. So I'll link that below. The Garden of Julia's palette. I put this one in even though it like feels more spring to me because it was new to me, but I got some good use out of it. Honestly, I was surprised. Like, oh honey, this shade down here became my go-to everyday, like, I just want a matte shadow blended out all over the lid look. And because it has this peachy gardenia shade, I feel like it actually was a little more wearable than I expected it to be, but I also used this in creating today's look. So that one got some good use. And then this one just always makes me think of fall, so I usually pull it out as well. This is the e.l.f. Electric Mood X Tiana Major 9 palette. It just has some of those warm fall tones that I really like. It's limited edition, so you can't get it anymore, but I really like it. So those four palettes are gonna go back and we're gonna choose some new ones. Now let's go to this big guy here. Let's take out the things that we know we're gonna be keeping. My hand sanitizer, my brush cleaner. This is my current favorite SPF, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen SPF 50. I also have this one, the First Aid Beauty Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen with Zinc Oxide SPF 30. And then this is a MAC eye makeup remover, and there's like hardly any left. So when it gets, I buy this for my kit, but when something like this is like almost up and it's like I've already replaced it with a new one, I just put the remainder of the little guy. And then I'm also gonna pull out, oh, I have another beauty blender. We'll take that out. I'm gonna pull out this Morphe Continuous Mini Setting Mist because we're gonna continue to use this day to day. Bought this because I went on a flight. Why was that so hard to say? I went to Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona for a bachelorette party, and I did just a carry-on, so I wanted a mini setting spray. Didn't have a mini one, so we purchased that. So now we're gonna use that. I think that's everything that is like everyday stuff. Oh no, I also have this Sea perfume that we're gonna leave in, and my current brow product that I'm using because I just always leave that. So this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in black. What's the other stuff? Foundations. This guy is done, so I'm excited. I'm gonna add him to my empties. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum Foundation in the shade Light 2-3. So that guy's gonna go to my empties. This is a new addition. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. I think I did in my makeup basket, but I've been loving it. This is the House Labs Skin Tech Foundation in 145 Light Cool. I've been loving that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in. I think I might transition into some of my more winter shades, but we'll kind of see because it's a good color for me right now. This is too pale for me right now, so I will definitely keep it in. I know that makes no sense, but like this is a good mixing basic foundation for me. This is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in my true winter white shade, Light 3 Goby. So we're gonna keep this in for sure. I think that's it for foundations. Oh, I skipped primers. I have a lot of primers in here. I don't know why. I guess I was just in the mood for it. So this one I've been trying to use up, so I'm gonna keep it in there just because I want to use it up. This is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer. Love this guy. It's got like 2 uses, like I said, so we're gonna keep it in there just so that we can finish it up. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I don't know why I have a mini. It probably came as like a free gift for something. I don't know, but usually when I get a mini like this of something that I use in my kit, I use it for myself because I go through this in like less than a day in my kit. So I keep this. I think we're gonna keep this in just because I can get dry randomly in the winter, and so I think it will be helpful to have something to really replenish me if that happens, so we'll keep that in. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Putty Primer. I'm gonna keep this in, or excuse me, I'm gonna put this back. I'm still gonna have a putty type smoothing primer in my basket because I found that this has been really helpful for the texture on my chin with all my breakouts that I've been having recently. So I'm gonna put this back, but make a mental note to pull out some sort of smoothing putty primer. I have a few different options, so we're gonna put that back. And then we're going to use, are we gonna put the Power Grip Primer? I've been really liking this and it's new to me. So I think we're gonna keep it in. We're gonna keep it in. So maybe those are my 3 primers. I don't need any more primers. Concealers. The e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, Satin Finish in the shade Fair Warm. We're gonna put that back. And the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 11 Vanilla. We're gonna put that back, just because I like to mix up my concealers. Powder, the only one I have right now is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. It's a little mini guy. We're going to put that back because again, I like to swap out my powders every so often, and I use this one a lot. I mean, I used it every time I did my makeup because there was only one option. Blushes, no, let's go bronzers. Okay, so I have the Juvia's Bronzed Palette in medium, which has 2 shades there. I love this guy, but I'm gonna put it back just because I like to cycle through my bronzers. And then NARS Laguna. It's just a little mini. How cute is this? Is that not the cutest little thing ever? Even has a little mirror. I like NARS Laguna, but it feels more summery to me because of the sheen, so we'll put that back. Blushes. I'm gonna keep this one out just because I love it and it's almost dead. This is the Milani Luminoso. It is so beat up. This was in my kit for a long time, and then I like to always have a good like stocked one in my kit, so as soon as it starts to hit pan, I usually put it in my personal collection and no longer use it in my kit. We're gonna keep it in because, I mean, there's what, like less than 10 uses in here, so might as well just use them up. This is the Pixie On The Glow blush in the shade Juicy. I love this in the summer, and I like the warmth of it. It's very orangey, so I like it in the fall because I do a lot of warm eye looks. You'll see a lot of peachy blushes from me, so we're gonna put that one back. This one's sad. I gotta dump it. The highlighter broke in my flight. But this is the e.l.f. Bite Size Face Duo in White Peach. I was really liking this one. I hadn't used it yet, so that's why I put it in my basket. I got a lot of use out of it, actually, because it's just so easy to have 2 products in one. So gonna have to dump the highlighter, sadly, but I still like that light, pretty orange blush. This is the Tower 28 Beach Please blush in Cream Blush in Rush Hour. I broke my nail and I'm trying to avoid it breaking further because it's still attached. So, but I use my thumb for everything, so it's really hard. So this one is, yeah, it's pretty, but I like to always have a cream blush option in my makeup basket, and we'll probably put this back so we can swap it out for something else. And then my other highlighting option besides that e.l.f. Bite Size Duo was the Benefit Watts Up. I love this guy. We're gonna put him back though. What else? Okay, so there's a few products sprinkled in here. eye products mixed in with my brushes. Brushes will obviously stay. This is the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams No Budge eyeshadow. I like this for when I'm doing lighter colors, so we're gonna put this back because it's a white. It's in the shade Sweet Cream, but it's a white base. So I'm not doing any light looks this winter probably, so we'll put that back. I didn't use this one. I was really hoping that I would, but I didn't get to it. This is DTLA, the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in the shade DTLA. It's like a navy. Didn't use it. The Nubian eyeliner in the shade Royal by Juvia's Place is this beautiful blue shade. Used that once, but the one I used the most was the L'Oreal Le Liner Signature in Noir Cashmere, so their version of black. It's a really great eyeliner. I have this one in my kit also, and I'm gonna keep this in because it's just a good basic black liner. I don't wear a lot of eyeliner, but if I do, I like to have one that I know is gonna be consistently great. So those are the items that I'm gonna be putting back. I'm gonna put them back, choose new things, and then I'll come back and show you what I got. Okay, I'm back. I feel like I have more than normal. But that's okay, because it's the holidays and we might do some fun party looks. We'll see here. Instead of showing you just like what I'm putting in, I'm just gonna show you everything that is going in. So I'm putting this back in here, my brushes, and we're gonna start with primers. So kind of similar to the Milani Luminoso, I buy these jumbo professional primers from Benefit for my kit, and when there's just like a little bit left, I replenish with a new full one because I do like to use it myself and I like this primer. So clearly I have a bunch of those that I need to work through. So those are all 3 going in there. I know it's ridiculous. But then we also have that Hard Candy hydrating primer that we were talking about, the e.l.f. Power Grip primer, and the Hangover RX. So we've got hydrating, staying power, and smoothing, which are kind of like my three things. I'm gonna pop all of those products like my sunscreen and my setting spray and stuff in here because we know we're keeping those in here. Okay, so I mentioned I was gonna put the NARS Sheer Glow back in, but then I also added this e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. It's a medium coverage. I have the shade Pearl. So we're gonna add that one in. Two medium sheer coverage foundations for the winter, which I think will be good. Concealer, I just grabbed my 2 NARS Creamy Concealers in the shades Nougatine and Vanilla. So those are my 2 concealers. Again, mostly because I like want to use these up. There's not a ton left in either of them. Oh, I forgot to add this primer in. I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer because I don't ever use this one because it's expensive. But I should use it. Like, it's silly to have things and not use them because of price. So we're gonna pop that guy in there. My other concealer that I put in here was the Erase Paste by Benefit. This is in the shade Fair. It's a color corrector and I want it mostly for my scarring. So I'm gonna pop that in there. Next we have powder. I picked the number 7 Lift and Luminate Flawless, what is it? Triple Action Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium. I absolutely adore this powder and I haven't used it in a while, so we're gonna add that in. Bronzer, we have 2. The e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sunkissed, and then also the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. That's just a little sample guy that I wanna use up. It's like the sample that never ends. I feel like I have used this thing hundreds and hundreds of times and it just keeps going. It's a deep pan. Blush, we have that same Luminoso I'm just trying to use up. We're gonna add in my Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Swish and Pot Blusher in Ecstasy. Got that one for my birthday and I absolutely adore it. So it's a good like everyday blush. So I'm gonna keep that in there. And then we also have the Cloud Paint from Glossier in Beam as my like light everyday cream option. And then we also have the MAC Extra Dimension Powder in Superb. This is a favorite. I use it as eyeshadow, highlighter, blush, all of the above, but I love the sheen for the holidays, so I added that in because it's like subtle but beautiful. For highlighter, we have the Milk Makeup Holographic Stick in Mars. It looks like it's champagne, but then it has this like coppery duochrome, which is really beautiful. Fun for, again, fun for holiday makeup. And then this is the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Perfect Topping. This one is an oldie. Old limited edition product, but I love it. And it's just like a really subtle highlighter that's cool toned. again, because some of these eye looks might be a little more cool toned than normal. Okay, so now let me show you these two highlighter palettes. So this is from Holiday Collection, I think 2 years ago. This is the Flashing Ice Extra Dimension Skinfinish Trio in Medium Deep. I bought this because I love the Extra Dimension skin finishes. So this is like a little trio of them, and I purposely got the deeper shade because I wanted to be able to use them as eyeshadows too, because I like using the formula for that. So I'm gonna put that in, but then I'm also gonna do this Makeup Revolution Sofx highlighter palette because it has lots of fun options, and I just kind of forget about it because it's in my palettes. It's not with my normal face products, so I just want to get some use out of it. So we're gonna put that in. For eyeliners, I have this NYX eye pencil in just straight up purple. I don't know, it's like a pretty mid-tone purple. We have the Makeup Geek Full Spectrum Eyeliner Pencil, Ocean. It's a pretty teal. I thought that might be pretty for the holidays. Obviously Makeup Geek is no more. And then the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in Get Paid, which is like a pretty rose gold shade. So those are my 3 eyeliners. Eye bases. We have the Nude Sticks Magnetic Luminous Eye Color in Gilt. I thought this might just be like a nice little everyday situation, and I don't use it enough, so we've got that one. We have the RMS Beauty Eye Polish in Seduce, which I thought would be really fun as a base for some deeper wintry looks. It's just like a deeper brown. Love these. And then this is the City Color. It's like a cream shadow in the shade, oh, it says it's a mousse eyeshadow in the shade White Gold. Thought that could be fun for some cooler toned holiday gold looks. Then I pulled this, I mean, I'm gonna kind of count it as a single eyeshadow, even though it's technically 3. But this is the Kaja, what are these called? I don't know, they're their eyeshadow stacks. This doesn't have a name. It just says it's the shade Toasted Caramel, but it's 3, like a light, a medium, and then a deeper shimmer. So I thought these would be pretty to like add a little sparkle in like the center of the lid or something, depending on different eye looks. Okay, so then the 3 eyeshadow palettes. I have just really been, I love gold around the holidays with like a red lip or just gold in general. It's my metallic of choice, and I love metallics around the holidays, so I chose this Juvia's Place, the Nubian Glow palette, which is all goldy yellow tones. So I thought that was beautiful. So we're gonna have that as a palette. This one just always makes me think of the holidays. This is the NARS Extreme Effects eyeshadow palette. I don't know, I just really love the warmth, but like still wintry vibe it gives. This is a holiday palette from a couple years ago. Love that one. And then lastly, we have the Juvia's Place, the Nubian 2 palette. And I love this one because it's just more jewel tones. I gravitate towards this one in the winter. So we are going to use this Sky and hopefully use Cleopatra as my favorite shade, but also use this like pretty green shade and this purple. The golds again are beautiful. Hopefully we'll create some fun looks with that. So that is my makeup basket for fall. I hope, excuse me, late fall, early winter, holiday season. If you want to see me create looks with anything specific from this, comment below and let me know. But I hope it encourages you to go through your makeup collection and use products that you already have instead of trying to always buy new. I love my makeup collection, and I film these videos so that you can see that it's important to go through and use what you already have before you go purchase new stuff. And I often have things that I forget about that are just kind of laying around that I want to use. So I hope it inspires you to do the same and look through your makeup, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!